The Economist comes out with the story talking about following the Supreme Court decision of Dobbs versus Jackson, Women's Health Organization ruling, which allowed states to ban abortion and demand the vasectomy surge in the summer of 2022. Dr. Doug Stein, a urologist, saw registrations for vasectomies almost triple the week after the ruling. Insurance claims data indicates 17% increase in procedures in the 6 month following the ruling, with a 29% increase between July and September. While the number of vasectomies have been gradually increasing in recent years, the rate of Americans who have undergone the procedure is lower than it was 20 years ago. Men who were motivated by Dobbs' ruling cited various reasons for choosing vasectomy, including concerns about limited access to abortion as a backup contraception method, fears that vasectomy could be outlawed next, and a sense of solidarity with women. Vasectomy is seen as a sacrifice that eases the burden of contraception responsibility from women and is often associated with gender equality. What a noble cause. So when are you guys getting yours done?
Yeah, I don't have any. Adam, you're trying to have a kid. I'm trying to have one, so I'm going to wait.
I'm impregnating everybody out there.
Yeah, my brother has 4. My brother.
Any thoughts on this crazy statistic?
Of course.
What do you want to say?
I'll add to this. Well, this is going to be a very controversial take. Okay, so brace for impact. Only men can have vasectomies. That's
what?
Yeah, only men.
Oh, what?
Women cannot have
you're
vasectomies.
Homophobic, transphobic.
Hey, it is what it is.
You're a phobic.
Just like only women can have babies. I said it. I don't know.
What? No.
I'm taking that stance right there.
Thanks for banning us.
I actually had a conversation. We had a whole debate about this. Rollo Tomasi, shout out to him. He made a whole tweet storm out there, basically saying the quickest path to being a high-value man was to do the following 7 things. And number 3, I believe, was get a vasectomy. And it was very controversial. People were like, what are you talking about? Why would a man get a vasectomy? And basically, he says, there was a whole checklist of things. And essentially, he highlighted the quickest path is not rushing to have kids, not rushing to have a family, focusing on yourself, focusing on not having kids, focus on your money, focusing on all that, which I can appreciate because I've sort of followed that path. And now that I've made my money, have my network, things are good, life's good, I'm fully prepared, fully ready to basically utilize my non-vasectomy to the ladies out there taking applications. And I think that the next situation is, I would like to have a family. And I fully agree with kind of what he's saying. And I wouldn't take what he was saying too literally. I don't think people are rushing to genuinely get vasectomies, but not having kids and not starting a family, at least in your 20s and even in your early 30s, I think is important. And then the next phase, I think it is very important to be a family man.
Well, as you know, Pat, because he told us, you're leaving this weekend. So is there any possibility you want to tell everybody where you're going and maybe you might pull the trigger, you might come back a different...
I'm going back to Romania to see tape. We're going to go have a great time. We did the filming. Now I'm invited back, and there's a lot of great opportunity, great success. We'll see. Yeah, but Tom, you waited until you're...
Too quiet. Play this clip with Dr. Phil. Watch this video.
I love it. I love this clip.
Gender boys who might not have their own money to go buy tampons. If they're provided free in the bathroom, it's a huge plus.
Yeah. Men do not menstruate. Only women menstruate. Now, you can call yourself whatever you want.
Menstruate, but trans men do menstruate.
No,
Same
they
as
don't.
non-binary people.
Only women.
Menstruating is not exclusive to cis women. No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
So explain to me as to why my body menstruated at
if
some
your
point
chromosomes are XX, and you're young, you menstruate. If you're XY, you don't.
Correct, but what about trans men and non-binary? We're excluding a whole group of people
They're women
that
dressed
menstruate.
as men. You are not a man.
Camo.
You pretend to be a man, and that's okay. That's perfectly fine. Live your life and tell me what a man is.
Well, what's a man to you? You define a man for me.
You have chromosomes that are X and Y. That's what a man is.
So why are we just looking at the science of this as an
science
when we've learned sex and gender identity are they're completely different things.
Same people that's in trouble with science. Why are we looking at the science?
Words.
Sex is what you're born with, the sexual reproductive organs you have. Gender is what you identify with. They're completely
Well, I don't accept that distinction. You have to argue for it. You're just giving a conclusion. You're just making it up. The people who hate the truth.
I love that he's. I love how he's leaning back too. He's so comfortable.
If you want to identify in any way you can, you're free to do so. Yeah. But that does not mean that the rest of us have to join that illusion. You disagree, I disagree with you, and so you call it hate. But there's no hate in my heart at all. So that's
You are being hateful when you tell somebody that identifies as a man that they're not a man.
God, these
That's
people,
That's a fact.
Pat, aren't you being honest?
But I tell you, I love that he's wearing a pink shirt.
I love it. And he's like
got
this.
a
And he's
pink
like, he's
So, listen, but I'm a fifth grade teacher.
Pat, he's playing with his chest. He's like, you know what? You don't got a vagina.
You know what's amazing?
You're a guy. I'm a fifth grade teacher. Come on. I love him, bro.
Two
He's
things.
my new hero.
Number one, you know at the end that he was going to be called hate and right-wing extremist.
100%.
He's like, I'm a fifth grade teacher here, buddy. Yeah. Why is his voice so important? Because this guy deals with 9-year-olds and 10-year-olds who think they're unicorns and princesses and Peter Pan and astronauts, and they're living in Fantasyland, and they are not. So he knows how to identify people who are just living in Neverland and being like, I know, Scotty, that you think you're an astronaut and you're wearing that little, or you think you're a T-Rex. Yeah. You're just a boy. So I'm going to allow you to think you are. You're just a boy. Same thing as the trannies out there. You're just a man dressing up in skirts.
And at the end of the day, do you? I hope you get the right, because the gender dysphoria, it's mental, whatever they need to do. And that's and that's a great point that he made. I disagree. Doesn't mean I hate. And when we say, listen, leave the kids, let the kids make up their own decision, leave them alone. You're transphobic. Labels put on you and you hate them. It's like, bro, do your thing.
The definition of transphobic is the hatred of trans people. Nobody hates trans people.
No.
Saying, hey, I don't think you're an actual woman. I think you still got your dick.
Yeah.
And I don't think you have a period. I don't hate you. I'm just kind of telling you the truth.
The facts don't give a shit about your feelings.
Exactly.
They don't. They really don't.
Bill Maher, what was it, 4 or 5 months ago, did a beautiful diatribe, and he just kind of laid it out. And at the very end of it, he said, me, personally, when I was young, I wanted to be a pirate, and I'm so glad my parents didn't send me out for eye removal and peg leg surgery.
That's actually brilliant.
That was how he summed it up.
Exactly.
He said, it's a phase, and everything is a phase in kids.
And I think, in all seriousness,
he made a great point.
I fully agree. I think in all seriousness, the number one thing is you guys want to dress up and do your little thing, stay away from the kids. Stay away from the freaking kids. Yeah. Oh, here's with Prager? Amazing. Even better.
Is that the clip or no?
No. It's the clip where he was where he goes through the
BBD,
thing.
you want to give a hot take on this?
No, I don't have a hot take. It's common sense, man. It's just, you can keep trying to push this down people's throat, but guess what? You're starting to look like clowns, is what you're starting to look like. Absolute clowns. And who looks even bigger of a clown? You know who's the guy that works at, what is the guy's name who works at MSNBC? He does the elections. Man, I wish I could
Steve Kornacki.
Man, no, give me the names.
Guy?
No, give me the names. He's like, what is it with these guys? Do you know studies show that, the whole thing about there's only 2 different sexes? That's actually not true. Do you know recent studies have shown, I'm listening to this guy. I'm like, do you realize, you're a pretty credible guy to say, I'll find it and I'll give it to you guys.
Chuck Todd?
Chuck Todd
said something in the interview where
Steve Kornacki does all the election
but
stuff.
Chuck Todd did say something along the lines.
No, it's Chuck Todd. It's Chuck Todd that said it.
That's Meet the Press. Chuck Todd.
said
University of
that.
Miami grad.
Yeah,
Chuck, come on.
Did you see what he said though about this?
Chuck.
Who was he interviewing, Pat? Who was the interview?
Oh my God,
Chuck Todd's interview, and he goes, "It's not just about it's like things have changed and there's different." And the guy was like, "No, I don't know." Yeah, it was Vivek. This was it, Pat, right?
Yeah, it's with Vivek. But don't do the whole 1 minute and 51 seconds. See if you can find a shorter version of it. Are you confident? Okay, here we go. I found it. I'm going to text it to you.
I lost all respect for him.
You got to hear this. This is like, how can you even say something like that and still have credibility? I texted it to you.
Adam, you're going to lose respect. You're going to lose respect.
Rob, let me know if you got it. It's mind-boggling.
Did you lose respect for him? Be honest.
I don't know if I had it in the first place to lose it. Like, there needs to be some respect to lose it.
Yeah.
When you continuously say stuff that makes zero sense, you just lose credibility. That's all, as simple as that. Watch this.
I can't believe
this is what Vivek, and Vivek is sitting there saying like,
no, you're
and
wrong.
You work for this company? How did you get a job for this company? Watch this. Go ahead.
I love it.
Are you confident that you know that gender is as binary as you're describing it? Are you confident that it isn't a spectrum?
I am.
Do you know this as a scientist?
Well, there's 2 X chromosomes if you're a woman, an X and a Y. That means you're a man.
There's a lot of scientific research out there. There's a lot of scientific research out there that says gender is a spectrum.
Chuck, I respectfully disagree. Gender dysphoria for most of our history, all the way through the DSM-5, has been characterized as a mental health disorder, and I don't think it's compassionate to affirm that. I think that's cruelty. When a kid is crying out for help, what they're asking for is, you got to ask the question of what What else is going wrong at home? What else is going wrong at school? Let's be compassionate and get to the heart of that, rather than playing this game as though we're actually changing our medical understanding for the last 100 years.
The fact that a Chuck Todd says that, there's people that watch this who are regular people and say, well, I'm never going to have a show on TV, especially at a company like that. That guy probably knows what he's talking about. Guess what? There's more than two genders. No. Yeah. Where is the credibility for something like that?
What would make him say that? But real talk, though, what makes him say that? He's reading off his notes and his chart. Why would you even say that?
It's a clown show.
Because to keep his job, he's a wind-up toy soldier for the left.
Look, just to kind of, so all of this kind of ties all together with a company we are all deeply concerned about, and I think we need to, the way they're going right now, their funeral's coming soon.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.